Shalom, greetings. I'm just addressing to you, so-called Christians, a pertinent question, a very important question. Who do you say Messiah is? The same question that was posed by Messiah to his disciples. And some said, well, maybe Elijah returned or John the Baptist returned. Messiah turned around to Peter and said, Peter, who do you say I am? Peter's reply in Hebrew, it wasn't in Greek. You are the Mashiach. The Mashiach, the Son of the living God. Messiah exclaimed, Blessed! Blessed are you, Peter, because flesh and blood has not revealed this to you, but my Father in heaven has revealed this to you. So who do you say Messiah is, you so-called Christians? In your little churches, in your buildings. You are going to say, well, he's God. God incarnate. Or in a kingdom hall you're going to say, he's Michael the Archangel come down in flesh. You are so far removed from the apostolic faith. None of the apostles, read the book of Acts very carefully, believed Messiah was one, God incarnate, or two, an angel incarnate. When Peter in Acts 2 bravely came on the platform to speak to his Jewish brothers and Pharisees, scribes, etc., he said, you nailed the chief agent of life. If he went on board and said, you killed God, they would have thought, nut job, lock him away. This guy's a nut job. Peter, right? You killed the chief agent of life. They said, what should we do then? Believe in the name of Messiah, he said, right? And you will be saved. And in Hebrew, belief means not intellectual capacity believing, but obeying. John 3:16, the Father sent his only begotten Son, a special birth, so that everyone that believes in him, obeying him, might not be destroyed or perish, but have everlasting life. And they missed the last verse of John 3 verse 36. He who disobeys the Son will not see life. Get out of the circus, CSA, church, cult, etc. Delusion. The Messiah was somebody who came down from heaven, albeit an angel or part of a Godhead. Why is he called the last Adam? Think about that really carefully. The man, Messiah. The Antichrists are those who proclaim this, that Messiah was never flesh. Read John. One translation says those who decry Messiah was fully human are Antichrist. I don't care about your theological schools, your studies, your background. Recognize this one fact: Messiah is pure man, still is, but now glorified. Daniel 7 says this: someone like a son of man was brought to the presence of the Ancient of Days, Yahuwah. To him was given kingdom, glory, so nations, national groups should all serve even him. This same Messiah, Acts chapter 1, the angel said to the men in Galilee, 500 plus witnesses, why are you staring to the sky? This same Messiah, Mashiach, will come back in the same way. He will give the throne of David as Gabriel promised to Mary, this son born in you will be given the throne of David. He's coming back here, folks. Get away from this heaven, hell, delusion crap. Messiah is still a Jew, but now glorified. He will sit in Jerusalem on Mount Zion, the true Jerusalem. From there will be the center of worship in the new earth. And people will come, as Isaiah and Micah says, come, let us go to the mountain of Yahuwah. We will walk in his ways. If you believe and have been deluded into believing that the Messiah is somebody incarnated, you are into one thing and one thing only: demonology. Demonology. You better break free, because you're disobeying the first commandment and the Shema Israel, Yahuwah Elohim Yahah Echad, one. I don't care about your background, your intellectualism, your knowledge. Get on your knees as a child of God and really appreciate what that man did for us, who prayed to his Father, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani, quoting Psalm 22 verse 1. My God, why have you forsaken me? He was tested fully in all respects, but without sin. Hebrews tells us this. He was tested to the limit. A very special man. He spent 40 days in the wilderness without food. Obviously he drank water. And then the devil came and tested him. Right? In those 40 days, I believe the whole scriptures were open to him. Have you ever thought about that? What happened in those 40 days in the wilderness? He wasn't tempted for 40 days. He fasted 40 days. And then the devil came to him and tempted him. A deep meditation. And the devil comes along and says, well, okay, if you are a son of God, turn these stones into bread. Well, the last thing on your mind when you've been fasting is a lump of bread. Didn't work. Oh, if you're a son of God, then okay, let's see your glory. Jump off this temple building, because it's written, quoting Psalm 91, the devil, he will protect you with his angels. That didn't work. Alright, okay then, if you're a son of God, bow down to me. I'll give you all the kingdoms of the world in their glory. Pause on this. If he was a co-creator, that would be a no-brainer, would it? Ooh, that's interesting, Satan, thank you. You're going to make me king of the world. And I was a co-creator. It's getting ridiculous, folks. Getting more and more absurd. The man Messiah was a special man, born through a woman. There was special reproduction by the Holy Spirit, not something that was metamorphosized. Unless you recognize that fact, you will never come to the Christ, because you're in Platonic delusion, Platonic Greek crap. Break away. Acknowledge the man, because one day, Philippians 2, 9-11 says, every knee will bow, every tongue will confess Messiah Mashiach is Lord, Kyrios, to what? The glory of God the Father. Then you got Corinthians 15, 1 Corinthians 15, next to the end, when the last enemy has been brought to nothing, Messiah will then hand back the kingdom to his Father. So God, the Father, may be all things to everyone. And also read Revelation quite carefully. In those first 3 chapters, Messiah calls about his God. I've not found my deeds performed in the sight of my God. He that obeys will be made a temple in the pillar of my God. It's stupid. It's more than comic. It's ridiculous. I don't even know why I entertain talking to Trinitarians, because they are the spawn of the devil. Shalom.